테스트 번들이 무료 배포 중입니다. 원래는 약 46만원이에요. 기간 한정으로 무료 배포합니다. 한국 기준 29일 오전 4시까지예요. 펌프, 리미터, EQ 버브 등으로 구성된 패키지입니다. 자동 미싱도 지원해요. 초보자분들이 사용하기 좋습니다. 지금 신청을 해놓으면 나중에 이메일로 라이센스를 받을 수 있어요. 조기 종료가 될 수 있으니 서둘러 다운받으세요.
Alright, so it's presenting me with a filter curve based on the algorithm that's programmed in here and what it's listened to from my track. Now, the first broad stroke adjustment we can make is using the intensity slider, which scales the corrective curve. And then we have 3 flavor buttons to quickly change the character of the sound. And neutral is obviously pretty neutral, but we have warm and bright. And the idea is that once you settle on a flavor, you can further fine-tune the sound using these flavor sliders in fast view, or you can of course go into detailed and work there, and it gives you an interesting and useful description of what kind of qualities of the sound is going to be affected in each of these ranges. So let me dial it up, go to warm, and then I can use these flavor sliders. Now, for example, I like a bit more of a cut in this range. And we can use this headphone icon to solo the band to hear what's going on.
넥타르 엘레멘츠가 88% 할인 중입니다. 보컬 믹싱 꿀템이에요. 믹싱에 필요한 기능들이 전부 들어있습니다. 초보분들이 간단하게 사용하기 좋아요. 피치, 다이나믹, DS 등 보컬 랩, 나레이션 작업할 때 쓰면 꿀입니다. 지금 역대급 할인이에요. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
What have you broke by next deposit? Refund check that go to travel. Refund checks that's in your closet. And I need a refund check if you ever flaked on a solid. Don't trust no pilot.
And Nectar Elements isn't just for music. We can use the dialogue vibe to craft settings that are perfect for podcast material. Listen to how the de-esser in Nectar Elements has removed harsh sibilants like S sounds, and how the rest of the overall processing brightened up this presenter's voice.
He says, so I'm an amateur producer.
이펙트릭스가 42% 할인 중입니다. 이펙트 꿀템이에요. 직관적인 조작으로 다양한 효과를 줄 수 있습니다. 턴테이블 끄는 효과, 리버브, 리버스 등이 들어있어요. 해당 효과의 칸을 채우면서 이펙트를 먹일 수 있습니다. 한 개만 먹여도 되고 여러 개를 한 번에 줄 수도 있어요. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
The link for those is in the description. By the way, if you don't have Effectrix, it normally costs $120, which is pretty expensive, but it goes on sale every once in a while on Plugin Boutique. I got it for $80. I think it's on sale right now for $70, so I'll leave a link in the description for that as well. Let's dive back into these effects. So I mentioned reverse. This is one of the best parts of Effectrix. The time knob down here controls how often it reverses the sound. If you set it to smaller divisions, you get a stuttering effect. I like using slower divisions for melodic samples, so let's try that. Cool. You might notice that every effect has pretty basic controls. That's one of the things I really like about Effectrix is that everything is kept very simple. Having 14 effects in one plugin could be super difficult to work with, but the interface makes it super fast. Another thing I really like is that every effect has its own dry wet knob, as well as attack and release so you can have the effect fade in and out. Everything that could be a problem has been dealt with in a really nice way. For example, sometimes with the loop you get a clicking at the start and end of the effect.
오토튠 액세스 번들이 40% 할인 중입니다. 트렌디한 곡 만들 때 필수템이에요. 작업에 딱 필요한 기능만 들어있어 초보분들에게 강추합니다. 키, 리튠 스피드, 휴머나이즈 등을 조절하며 최적화된 사운드를 만들 수 있어요. 힙합, R&B, 드릴 등의 장르에서 많은 아티스트 분들이 사용합니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
Speed for that auto-tune effect in pop and hip-hop music. Let's listen.
Walking alone in a pale moonlight, go at my own pace when it feels.
If we want a more relaxed, open feel, we'll slow it down.
And start to claim it.
or a medium.
Truth is, every day I battle the demons in silence.
With Autotune Pro, I set it to about 25 milliseconds anyway, so I would use medium speed in access and it would be just perfect. Sometimes, especially with very fast retune speeds, long notes, sustained notes don't quite sound like they should. Humanize takes care of this problem by relaxing the autotune effect on sustained notes. Let's listen. Here it is with off.
Walking alone in the pale moonlight.
And if we set it to max, you'll hear the sustained notes automatically relax just a little bit.
Walking alone in the pale moonlight. Go with my own pace.
Here it is off.
when it feels right. Look out at the ocean from a land of dreams and start to claim an inner peace.
So that's Autotune Access. Thanks for checking it out. We'll see you soon.
옥스포드 인플레터가 75% 할인 중입니다. 리미터 꿀템이에요. 간단한 조작으로 사운드를 풍성하고 깔끔하게 만들 수 있습니다. 이펙트 커브 페이더를 메인으로 조작하면 돼요. 인아웃 레벨도 함께 조절하면서 사운드 디자인을 할 수 있습니다. 믹싱이 고민이신 분들에게 강추해요. 저렴할 때 득템하세요. 러시2가 47% 할인 중입니다. 신스 꿀템이에요. 이번에 새롭게 나왔습니다. 해외에서 반응이 좋아요. 빈티지한 사운드가 특징입니다. 트렌디한 요즘 스타일에도 상당히 잘 어울려요. 베이스, 리드 등의 소리가 상당히 좋습니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.